What is going on, everybody? How's everyone doing? I've been really sick this whole week. Just got better, and today had a really successful day trading. I shared a lot of my ideas with you guys on Twitter, on Instagram, and yeah, so let's get right into it. Today's going to be a relatively short video. I just want to go over a quick overview of the indices. I don't want to go into anything super detailed. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. SPY trading at a new all-time high. So look, with the SPY and a strong market in general, right? You do not short or add any puts unless there is an extreme sell signal. So this right here, when the price broke out of the upper level of the Bollinger Band, these were extreme sell signals, right? But once you saw it break above these extreme levels, then you automatically have to get out. So that's what I did. I sold these puts for a loss, and yeah, so I got really sick, and I just didn't really fill you guys in on what I was doing with the trade. But what I want to do on the SPY, right, especially right now, since everything is just going straight up, I wouldn't even start to think about getting bearish unless we break this trend line right here. Unless we start breaking this upward momentum, right, I wouldn't even bother looking at shorts. So this essentially level right here tomorrow would be around 411.50. So basically today's lows would need to break for me to even start to look to become bearish on the SPY. Okay, so right now things look really good on everything in the market. And why is that happening? Because the dollar had a huge drop down today. So this morning I was saying, you know, the dollar made somewhat of a bottom, but it just collapsed intraday. And this is when the dollar weakens, it means that all of the money that's funneled out of the currency goes into stocks and equities. Okay, so that's why we see a huge influx of money going into, you know, the NASDAQ, crude oil, the SPY, IWM, everything was going really well. And yeah, the dollar being bearish, when the dollar goes down, stocks go up. Okay, so that's what you need to keep in mind here. All right, this is a chart of the QQQ. I shared a post intraday on Twitter saying that this is a trend line from the March 2020 bottom. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, here is how I made the trend line. Here's the bottom of March 2020, okay? I connected that line to the bottom of November 2nd, and I extended the line all the way to the right, and then we got this level of, it was acting as support, and then it started acting as resistance. We touched it a few days ago on the 9th, but today we have closed above it. So that is very bullish on the tech sector. We also made a new all-time high. So if this level can hold and this level maintains and holds, we can potentially see a huge melt up in the stock market. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next coming days. And something else that I wanted to show you guys was, seeing as, you know, the tech sector is extremely bullish right now. Here's a chart of the NDX, which is the NASDAQ as well, right? This is a trend line from January 1999. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you. So if you put this on a weekly chart and you go all the way back to 1999, you get this level. You get these trend lines, okay? And the fact that we are trading around these levels, we connected these levels here and extended them all the way to the right. And the fact that we are now reclaiming and trading above these extremely overextended levels is very interesting. Because back in the late 90s, right? Back in, you know, here's all of 1999, okay? So from the mid 90s, from like, you know, 95 to 98, the NASDAQ jumped, right? It jumped huge. It was a huge run up, right? So once 98 came around, everyone was like, okay, once 99 came around, everyone was like, okay, like now things need to, quiet down. I don't think that this is going to have much more room to go. But we accumulated for weeks. And within a matter of a few weeks, the NASDAQ shot up again another 111% from October 99 to March of 2000. So we can potentially see something extremely aggressive to the upside if we correlate today's movement and the trillions of dollars that the Fed is pummeling into the economy right now, and the buying of assets and printing of money. We can see something very similar to what happened with the NASDAQ. And the only thing that I can possibly think of when I see just absolute, one second. Yeah, just an absolute, this doesn't make sense. This is extremely, extremely, extremely strong. Okay? So when something like this happens, you have to open your mind to the possibility of way more strength in the market. We are completely overextended. Everyone is extremely look, this move is not normal. We have what was this increase since these lows? We increased on the SPY over 89%. Okay? That is not normal. 89% in a year. Okay? On the SPY. So that is extremely, extremely now everyone is thinking that it's overextended, that we have to pull back. There's no way that it can continue moving upward, blah blah blah. But that's exactly when people start getting extremely bearish, and then when you become extremely bearish, they bring the market up even more to cause maximum pain to retail traders. Okay, so that's what I feel also happened back in the 90s when everyone thought that it was extremely overextended. Retail traders didn't necessarily know better, and the market ended up pummeling them. So what you need to do in an environment where we see strength, we see these levels that are being crossed above, we see these levels from the 90s being crossed above, being traded above on major indices, right? You just have to trade those levels blindly, okay? Regardless of how bad you think the economy is doing, regardless of, there's job loss, there's so much devastation going on in the economy, there's so much money being printed, there's so much inflation going on. You can't think about asset prices in that regard, okay? Because the stock market is it's so small compared to the economy that it's very easily manipulated. So stock prices will easily go up. All it needs is a few hundreds of millions, a few billions of dollars, and the stock will go up. And if a specific stock goes up, all of the stocks in that sector are going to go up because you see unusual activity in one stock. So it's very easy to manipulate the stock market. So now imagine an entire government pummeling trillions of dollars into it. Okay, so it's completely different. So this is the Qs, right? Obviously, we closed very, very strongly above this trend line. That's very, very bullish. Okay, the IWM has been underperforming, obviously, because the majority of all of the money has been going into the tech sector. Okay, so the IWM now, towards the end of the month, I think the IWM is going to be a much better buy because right now people are still focused on the tech sector. But currently, the IWM, we longed the IWM against 220.50. I said that, if it crossed below 220.40, I would sell. So we're swinging the IWM currently. We're swinging a bunch of different other stocks. We're up huge on them. Things have been going pretty well for the first day back. Definitely go ahead and make sure to check out my Twitter. I post all of my plays here. I share all of my the profits, my sell targets, everything, and things have been going pretty well. I made around 2,000 today. But yeah, so here's the IWM. The IWM needs to hold these levels. If it doesn't hold 220.87, it can fall back down to 218 and then 217.50. Okay, the U.S. 10-year yield also had a very red day today, but I don't think it really matters as much anymore. because people have understood that the US 10-year yield is eventually going to go to, 2%. And currently we're in consolidation mode. And because the dollar has fallen so dramatically over the past few days, um, the US 10-year yield also going down a bit is not going to affect the NASDAQ, because the correlation before was when the US 10-year yield was going up, the NASDAQ would go down. But that's not currently the case because the dollar falling is so much more important. And that's what's happening currently. One other thing to look at is crude oil. Crude oil is starting to look up as well. It's starting to look more bullish. I completely overlooked energy stocks. I should have definitely looked into swinging energy stocks. Completely overlooked it, but that's fine. And Bitcoin had a new all-time high today, which is amazing. So let's see if this continued upward momentum can continue, especially since the dollar looks so weak. And yeah, aside from that, oh yeah, sorry, one more thing. So obviously, I said already, we're not looking to become bearish on anything unless we cross below certain levels, right? On the SPY and on the QQQ, etc. But now it becomes a bit more interesting because stocks like Plug and stocks like Plug have just been getting crapped on, but they're starting to bottom out a little bit. So maybe they might start bouncing, and if they start bouncing just a bit, it'll help propel the IWM up as well. Plug, FCell, these have bottomed out a bit. So let's see if they find support. If not, then the IWM will continue falling as well. And yeah, this week there's also a lot of earnings for bank stocks, as well as tomorrow there's going to be the IPO for Coinbase. And that's, I think, another reason why Bitcoin is doing so well. But yeah, so aside from that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If there are any stocks that you want me to do technical analysis on, definitely drop a comment on this video and I will go ahead and do an in-depth technical analysis on it for you. But aside from that, yeah, we we got some good plays today. We caught Tesla, and Tesla, we caught it, and we took profits at this resistance level. I sold half at this resistance level for about 50%. And now if we cross above this, then that is just extremely strong. Like, if Tesla can break this, then we're looking back at potentially 850 at least. So yeah, let's see if that can happen. Apple is in a similar area. It still needs to touch that line that Tesla did, but Apple still has room to the upside as well. So, I mean, let's see. Everything is extremely overextended technically, but there's no real reason to short anything because, unless proven otherwise, unless we see reversal signals and unless we see extremes, there's no reason to short anything because you just end up losing money. So look for good setups. We're just going to continue buying into strong stocks. And yeah, stocks, I guess, never fall. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Happy Ramadan to everyone that's celebrating. So today is the first day that we fast from sunrise to sunset every day for a month. And I'm currently fasting. I haven't had breakfast. I haven't had any water, nothing all day. So in another 2 hours, I'm going to definitely eat and drink a bunch of water and juice, and it's going to be great. So I'd really recommend you guys checking out, the benefits of fasting, just in regards to becoming a stronger person physically, as well as the mental and emotional strength that you get from fasting. It's really beneficial in my opinion. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and until next time, have an amazing time.